All right, so today we're going to work on a little bit of lower body, and we are starting our warm-up with some nice side squats. Really great for your hips, gluteus medius, gluteus maximus, getting blood flow into our inner thighs, our knee joints. And now let's just get in a little bit deeper. Keep your chest up, shoulders back, and go a little bit faster too while you're at it. All right, beautiful. I keep moving back here, I'm going to trip myself, so okay. All right, so what you're gonna need today, you will need a chair, and we're going to really work our lower bodies today. So let's do one more squat on each side and have a seat. So, legs are about as wide, if not a little wider than your shoulders. Place your hands lightly on your thighs, and we're just going to stand up, and we're going to sit down. So I call these sit to stands, and I want you to stand up nice and tall. And at the top of the movement, I want you to work on your postures. Pull your shoulders back. At the top of movement, our bodies are nice and tall. Squeezing your buns. So today, we're not going to be doing a lot of jump squats and getting your heart rate up really high. And if that's what you're looking for, I would say go do your cardio now and then come back and do this workout. Today is more about the control of each exercise, doing things for a longer duration, working on our muscular endurance. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Standing up, squeezing your gluteals. Now let's do one more, guys. And stand up, turn your toes out to the sides, okay? So let's sit down. All right, and we're currently on a Zoom class, so every now and then I want that, thumbs up, all right? So light hands, toes are out to the sides, stand up, squeeze your inner thighs, and then sit down, all right? So changing the muscle emphasis. And if you want to challenge yourself a little bit more, you can just give yourself a little tap on your surface, right? And then go right back. Again, today is all about the control factor, right? Control each repetition. Beautiful. So your inner thighs are really getting activated here because you turn your toes out to the side. I want you to squeeze your inner thighs while you're standing up. Good. And as always, posture check. I don't want you to kind of fold forward as you're coming down. I want you to use your core as you're sitting down, controlling that sitting down phase of the squat. I don't want you to plop, right? I want you to control it. All right, guys. Give me one more, and then have a seat. All right. Straight leg lifts. Sitting up nice and tall. Extend your right leg, and let's pulse. So again, today, I don't have the timer on. We're gonna do repetitions. With this, I will count. We'll do 25 of these. But never trust a trainer when you're counting. Oh, I think we're almost there. And switch it. All right, sitting up nice and tall. 25 straight leg raises. Now for variation, we're gonna play with this a little bit. And you will see how much more challenging it is when we hit the floor. And I think we're almost there, right? And have a seat. Okay, so we are down on the floor. I want you to sit up nice and tall. Extend your right leg. All right? Stacking your spine. Shoulders are back. And I'm waiting for my Zoom peeps. There we go. All right. Now, let's lift and pulse. Noticing the difference, right? From the seated position down to the floor. Reminder, leg nice and straight. Beautiful. And switch legs. Okay. Sitting up nice and tall. Shoulders back. Let's hover that left leg and we're going to pulse. Straight, strong left leg. Working your quadricep muscles. All those muscles going right outside. Hello, Ginger. We're doing a little Zoom filming, lower body. Ginger is doing great. And release it. Give your legs a quick cross and then lean forward, stretching out your hips. And then we're going to repeat it. So let's stand up. Okay, we're gonna sit right back down. You need a chair or a bench, whatever we have. Okay, your feet are facing forward. Stand up. Your hands are light on your thighs and you're going to sit back down. Now, if you find this easy, great. You can always grab a dumbbell, okay? And instead of those light hands, you can hold that dumbbell and then sit up and down. I call these sit to stands. Standing up nice and tall, squeezing your glutes. Okay? This is your workout. I'll be your coach. I'll show you any modifications for sure. And then I will also give you some suggestions if you want to make it a little more challenging for yourself. All right. So, for my Zoom peeps, Ginger, stand up nice and tall. I am working on the muscular endurance factor today. The ability for your body to do things over a long, extended period of time. We're still gonna get our heart rates up, but not as high as we were to do jump squats, anything quick. Today is about the control, slow, focusing on the range of motion. Beautiful. All right, guys, let's do one more rep, and then we're gonna sit down. Woo! Okay, we're good? All right, second set. Turn your toes out to the side. By doing so, reminder, we are working a little more inner thighs, your adductors, ADD. Sitting up nice and tall, and come join me. And again, if you have that dumbbell, feel free. And that dumbbell just hangs. If you want a little bit more resistance, more load, right? But don't lose your form. Posture reminders. Standing up nice and tall. Pull your shoulders back. I'm barefooted today, right? So with this kind of workout, I can really feel every muscle down to my toes, down to my muscles and my toes, planting into the floor. Squeezing your inner thighs, squeezing your gluteals. We're feeling it, right? Oh yeah. All right. We're gonna do 3 more, guys. 2 more. Last one. And have a seat. Woo! Hello, legs. Okay, so 25 straight leg raises. Extend your right leg. Posture check, okay? And let's pulse. And again, you can go on your count. If you're a little faster than me, great. If you're a little slower, that's fine too. We'll have that transitional moment to go down to the floor, so all good. We're gonna do 25 here. When you get to 25, plant that right foot, switch, adjust, readjust, and good. Straighten that left leg, sitting up nice and tall. Foot is flexed, 25 pulses. And can you squeeze that top thigh just a little bit more? You can. Beautiful. When you're done, come meet me down on the floor. Awesome. And before you come down to the floor, sitting in your seat, let's separate your legs nice and wide, and let's just fold our bodies forward. Taking a nice deep breath, relaxing your heads, necks, and shoulders, and look through your legs to the wall behind you. And then when you're ready, come join me on the floor. All right, so do you feel a difference, right? From the seat to the floor. The floor should be just a little bit more challenging for you. So once again, sit up nice and tall. Let's hover that right leg, flexing that foot, and there's 25 pulses. Straight right leg. And again, go at your own pace. I don't know if you can hear the music. It's got a good beat. I don't know what it is actually. 17. Great. Looking good, Ginger. Really good. And when you're done, switch, adjust, readjust, sitting up nice and tall, shoulders back. I almost literally say this every session. Get your shoulders away from the bottoms of your ears. All right. Straight leg. And watch the leaning back. Sit up nice and tall. And then when you're done with that 25th repetition, sit cross-legged and let's stretch out our hips a little bit, okay? Oh yeah. Today's all about the legs, the hips, the gluteals. Woo! And I'll throw in a little bit of lower back for you at the end. And give yourself a little bit more of a forward bend stretch. Relaxing your shoulders. Okay, so we're gonna do 2 sets of gluteals. So I'm gonna have you turn over on your side. And I want you in the extended arm position, all right? Keep your core tight. Belly button pulls up to your spine. Doesn't matter which leg. And I'll move to make sure you can see. Can you? Okay. Foot is flexed. Let's do pulses. So now we're back. I don't want you to count. What I want you to do here is just focus on your form. Getting that knee parallel to the floor. Squeezing your glutes. Watch the leaning. I just kind of caught myself because I do look over at you guys a lot. Keep your hips level, right? Keep your shoulders down. Can you squeeze your glutes a little bit more? Good. Keep going. Make that mind-body connection, all right? Give me 3 more, guys. And release it. Yes. Switch legs. Get that leg up, foot flexed. And now let's pulse it. Come join me. My arms are relaxed. My elbows are relaxed. Foot is flexed. And same principle as a plank. Watch your heads, right? the cervical spine. No creases in that spine. Can you get that leg up a little bit higher? Can you pulse up a little bit higher? Squeeze the glutes, guys. Oh yeah. And stop. Switch it again. This time, I want you to point your toes. Point your toes and pulse. Thinking about that big toe pushing up towards the ceiling. Abs are tight. Belly buttons pulled up to your spines. Keep poking that big toe up towards the ceiling. Yes. Woo! Do you feel it? We're good? All right, guys. And release. Switch. Point your toes. Opposite leg. You're doing great, guys. And pulse. Get that knee up. You got it, Ginger. You got it. Reach. Push. And when I say reach, I'm referencing that big toe. Reaching up to the ceiling. And if you're outside doing this, up towards the sky. Good. Squeeze. Come on. Get up a little bit higher. A little bit higher. And release it. Beautiful. Let's sit on your bottoms. Do a quick hip stretch again. Did we feel it? We're good? All right. So definitely a different workout for us today. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. Take a deep breath. Relax your shoulders. Reach those arms out. And from our gluteals, we're gonna go into a little bit of inner thighs. All right? So I want you to lie down on your left side. Let me just change this. All right. Okay, guys. We're gonna lie down on our side. Your left. And we're gonna put our right leg behind us. We're gonna lower and lift and pulse that bottom leg. So I'm gonna try to prevent you guys looking up at me too much. All right, so once again, we're just gonna keep pulsing. We are pulsing our bottom leg. If you're on the opposite side, no worries, all good. So what I love about this, our heads are on our extended arm. So our spines are in alignment. It's almost a quote unquote comfortable exercise, and it's so effective. Another really great inner thigh exercise, and we are working against gravity, So let's straighten that leg even more. And you're pulsing nice and high. Can you get up a little bit higher now? See how high you can get that bottom leg without rotating your hips. Flex that foot a little bit more. Good, now let's go back to where we started. Go down a little bit lower to the floor with that leg. Good, and keep pulsing. Keep pulsing. Woo, yeah, here it is. You're almost there. Come on, you've got this. 4 more seconds. And 1. Now bring both knees right into your belly. So you're still on that extended arm, so your spines are nice and aligned. We're gonna lift that top leg. Let's flex both feet. And we're just gonna pulse the knee, the top knee, up and down. So my foot is flexed. I want you to think about having a teacup on the outer part of this knee right here, and flex that foot. Both of my knees are in alignment with each other. And try not to touch your leg, touch your hip. And I want you to look at your knees. Are they in alignment? Is that top knee over the bottom knee? Is that top leg, right? That foot on that top leg flexed. Good. And again, with this one, you don't want to lift up too high because I want your hips nice and stable. Beautiful. And now bring that knee into your belly and we're going to extend it up and we're going to hold it. Extend that leg super straight. Flex that foot. We're going to bring it in and push. Bring it in and push. Yeah. And push. Bring it in and up. Each time you are extending that leg fully, we have a tight gluteal squeeze. Our foot is flexed. Do you feel this? My leg and hip, they're definitely talking to me. We are working. Good, guys, good. Couple more. Final one. Let's hold it up. Squeeze everything from the foot up to your glute and release. Awesome. Come on up. How we doing? We're good? I'll give you a little moment. Go back to our home base stretch. All right. Now we have two sides. All right, so let's go on your right side, and if you're the opposite, it's all good. Extend that leg, extend the arm. Bring that top leg behind you. Something to watch out for is that rolling back. I want your hips, both hip joints, facing your monitors. So planting that top leg behind you, and let's lift that bottom leg, and we're going to pulse. All right, so now we do this, we're going for the distance, right? So, couple things to remind you about. Your head is on your extended arm. And again, I'll try to be as specific as possible. This way, we can just zone out and make that mind-body connection. Adductors, your inner thighs. Your inner thighs are kind of tough to get, so this is an old school exercise, which is quite effective. And earlier in your workout, you did those sit to stand squats when you had your toes to the sides. And that's one of my biggest go-tos. And that really works your inner thighs as well as your hips. Good. So the second time around, meeting on your second leg, you're definitely gonna feel this faster, right? Because that leg is somewhat in an isometric contraction when we're strength training or doing any kind of muscular endurance work. Even though this guy looks like he's just hanging out, he's not. He's planting in to the floor, right? So we are somewhat contracted, not as much clearly as you are during the work phase. So now, can you lift up a little higher? Can you pulse up a little bit higher with that bottom leg? You got this. You guys are doing great. Yes. Keep going. Get up a little bit higher. All right, now go to where we started and let's go back. You're almost there. So now that bottom leg is a little closer to the floor. Reminder, make sure that foot is flexed. 4 more seconds. Come on, we've got this. And you are there. Woo! All right, take a moment. And again, our spines are relaxed. Arm is extended, head on that bicep. And let's lift that top leg. Let's flex that foot. Your knees are over each other. And because we're doing muscular endurance work today, if we were to only be doing like 15, 20 repetitions, some people have those circle bands, if you've seen them, and we can always apply that here. So if you do, and you've got strong hips, feel free to add it here, all right? So let's fine tune you. Like I said, head on that extended arm. Your knees are directly on top of each other. Watch any of this, right? Any leaning back. I want to see both of your hips facing me, facing your monitors. top leg. That foot is flexed. Oh yeah. We have about 10 more seconds. You've got this. You're working the gluteals, hips. Nice job. And release it. Woo! How are we? Are we good? All right, we have our final one. Let's extend that top leg on an angle, right? So that foot is flexed. We're gonna bring it down and touch the floor if you can. Some of you may not be able to because of your hip flexibility or lack thereof. And if that's the case for you, you could stop here. It's all good, right? Yeah. And push. Squeeze. Extend the leg. Get it up on a diagonal. I know if you're feeling it and it's getting heavy, just keep pushing through it. Just keep pushing through it. You're almost there. You're almost there. Awesome. Come on. Squeeze that top leg more. Flex that foot. All right, guys. I want one more. Then we're going to hold it. Ready? Push, hold, and release it. Woo! Coming up. And you even get a little bit of obliques, right? Because your obliques are right over the hips, right? They insert into the back of our spine. I guess if depending on which obliques we're talking about. Whew. All right, now, this isn't so nice, but I really want to work your legs today. So let's see what we can do. You ready? Extend your right leg. Sitting up nice and tall. Pull your shoulders down, and we're going back. This I'll count. This you'll count. 25 of these straight leg raises. Beautiful. You guys are looking good. And it's Wednesday. It's my favorite day of the week. Once this day is over, all of a sudden the weekend's here, right? And when you're done, adjust, readjust, and then I'm gonna do one little add-on here. Straight leg. You're going to 25 repetitions. And are you sitting up nice and tall, or are you leaning back a little bit? Beautiful. And you're there. All right. Here's your challenge, guys. Okay? When you're done with 25, I'm waiting for you. It's all good. So we're going to bend that left leg, and I'll try to show you this on the side. We're going to lift the top right. Okay? So now I want you to go out to the side, right? And then we're going to come back to midline. Okay? So let's do this together. We're going to go out to the side, hold, and then we're going to come back. I want you to pretend your right heel is on a block of ice and your right heel is scraping it, coming back in. Scraping it and coming in. One thing you may find yourself doing is turning your toes on this foot. Don't. Your big toe is facing the ceiling the whole time. And that leg is hovering the floor. All right, guys, one more. We're going to hold it out. Stay here. Hold it. Straighten the leg. Hold, hold, and release. Oh, yeah. Feel it? That's a good one. Okay, final one. Final one. Sit up nice and tall. Now you know what to expect. All right, so let's hover that left foot. And we're going to go out, and then we're going to come in. So, as long as that big toe is facing the ceiling. If you want to challenge yourself a little bit more, get that leg out to the side a little bit more. And yes, you have to keep your core nice and tight. Legs straight. I'm so happy we're doing this. This is so great. And it's just you and your body weight, guys. Unless you use those weights earlier for the squats. Yeah. And watch the swinging. Watch the swinging. Remember, today was all about the control, the muscular endurance. Hold this one out. Hold it. Straighten that leg. Stay here. 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful job. Let's lean forward, and you can absolutely keep those knees bent. Reach out in front of you, grab the insides of the arches of your feet, pull your body down. Awesome. Okay, guys.